Welcome back, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for taking the time and spending a little time with me. I always appreciate that. Haven't shown one of these videos in a while, so I thought it was time to get into it. So what I'm basically going to talk about, man, is the difficulty that I think we're going to face as a Madden community in terms of getting the game to replicate things the way we want to see it. Emphasis on the way we want to see it, because everyone's is different. Everyone's opinion is different. Let me let the play out. Let me let the play out, excuse me, and then I'll come back in here and let you know what I'm talking about. So this is in practice, random plays for both offense and defense. Take a look at what happens here. Obviously, I see a matchup that I like. I'm going to hit Antonio Brown. Boom, touchdown in practice, okay? But let me show you what I'm talking about here. For an offense, this is an ideal situation. On the outside here, you have James Washington against a safety in Gibson. Now look at this. In the slot position, you got Myles Jack caught on Juju Smith-Schuster. And all the way over here, you got Church matched up one-on-one against Antonio Brown. So let me dive into what I want to talk about here, guys. See, I see a lot of feedback from time to time where people don't always give feedback with football principles in mind. They give feedback in regards to what they want to happen more than anything else. Let me explain what I mean. There are a ton of people that feel like these defenders are supposed to lock these guys up. I mean, straight shut them down. And that's not the case. These right here, this situation right here, these are the matchups that you're looking for as a quarterback. If Ben Roethlisberger comes out in the shotgun and he sees that there's no safety in the middle of the field, number one, he can also tell that both safeties are outside one-on-one against his receivers and you got Myles Jack caught in the inside, they are supposed to get beat. Now, it's not to say that those safeties or Myles Jack can't make a play, but we can't be upset when these guys are getting wide open. However, what we can be upset about, and this is what I always shoot for, how things are replicated. Run it here in a little bit of slow motion. You know, I don't think the replication, the interactions and things like that are the best. You know, obviously, like right here, they're trying to showcase James Washington, you know, doing somewhat of a jab step and beating his guy off of the line. But, you know, it goes into that two-man animation. And then right there, boom, they both pop out of it. So I want to see things like that a little, you know, a little more smooth, a little more organic, where it's not an obvious animation transition. Right here, I would like to see a better football reaction from these guys right here. Now, not to say that Myles Jack can stay in front of Juju. I don't think he can. But I just want to see him react more like a real-life football player instead of getting to a spot, stopping, turning and look at him, and then he decides to run with them. You understand what I'm saying? I just want to see more football action out of this guy. Like maybe he tries to grab him, or maybe, you know, it turns and goes the other way because he guesses wrong. But I just want to see more of a real life or a person, you know, type of reaction here instead of just seeming like it's just a dead stop and then, okay, now I'm going to run. Okay, I get it. I mean, I get it. It's very difficult to replicate real world stuff. I understand that. Just want to see him do a better job of replicating the situation. Same with over here. Antonio Brown. Okay, he's going to get an outside release. All right, sticks his foot in the ground, goes upfield, and it's the same thing you got here with Church. Okay, I don't expect him to stay with Antonio Brown at all. I just want to see more of a realistic reaction. Now, this one is not as bad. Again, guys, you're dealing with a situation where, you know, you got to get him in the animation and then he turns and runs. This one actually plays out a little better than the Myles Jack situation, because what he's doing here is boom. He's going to play him. Then he turns his hips. And I don't understand why he turned back inside right there. See what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. I just want to see more of a smooth transition here and more of a realistic reaction, which this was. You know, he turns and tries to run with him, tries to grab him. But I think the biggest problem is the way that the animations trigger when it's a one-to-one situation where it's a two-man animation. I like to see that a little smoother. But all in all, again, putting it on Antonio Brown, this is probably something that should happen in this matchup. This guy's not going to stay with Antonio Brown. He's just not. The safety is not many safeties are going to be able to play man coverage like that on Antonio Brown. That's going to be the end result. Of course, guys, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel, cut on your notifications, hit that like button, and we'll definitely catch you in the next video. Alright guys, until next time, let me know what you think. Peace.